been? How are things going with you?
I'm good. I'm good. God has been good to me. Yeah.
Recently, you won the Coach of the Year at the Ghana Football Awards. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Did you anticipate that?
Well, when my name appeared, it was with Johnson and then Adote.
Yeah.
So I had to flash back to what has transpired in the previous months and all that, and I had a slight hope. But a year ago I was invited by the same people, and so I wasn't too sure. But I'm grateful that I won. Yeah.
And this was just after some few months you had left Kotoko as coach of the team. So I'm sure that award means a lot to you.
Of course. But again, it's the work we all put up. The support I had in Kumasi with the fans, the university students, and management, and of course the entire family. That helped me to win such an award. The fact that we were able to do well in the Confederation Cup and all that, and so it's a very, very good thing. It's of course motivates me and make me believe that if I continue to work harder, there will be more success.
You just talked about your time at Asante Kotoko. How would you describe your stay with the Porcupine Royals? I mean, from the time you took over till the time you left.
Well, it was a very difficult one. Difficult in the sense that Kotoko is big, it's huge. Not just Ghana, it's all over the place, and the time limit. When I went in there, I was relaxed, going to prepare myself towards the league. At that time, we also didn't know when the league was going to end. Then they went in for the Confederation Cup, and then I think barely 1 month, and then we started the preparation, and it was difficult. But as time goes on, the belief, we started believing in the capacity of what we've done in the previous weeks, and knowing that once we prepare very well, we can do well in the competition.
Well, if I get everything you're saying, it means your time at Kotoko was good for you per your evaluation.
Of course, it was good. If I look back where I started from and where I am today, the fact that I landed in Kumasi, I will have no regrets. I will say that it's a very good opportunity, good thing. I also believe that hard work pays off, and I've worked so hard to get there. For me to have had a chance to coach Asante Kotoko meant that the attachment that I've done by myself and all this was worth it, and so I'm grateful, and it gives me again hope. I should continue to work hard, and I think with that I will go places.
You built a very good relationship with the people at the club, the fans, as well as some of the players. Should Kotoko come in the near future that they want you back, is this something you will consider?
At the moment, if you ask me, I was but you can never say never. This game goes. It's funny, I started with Wise, 11 Wise. Now Kotoko, and I look around. I think I've been almost all over the place. 11 Wise, yeah, and I'm happy.
We'll move away from Kotoko soon, but I mean, it was through you that now they are playing in the CAF Champions League, because if you had not won the special competition, they wouldn't be where they are. They played their first game against Kano Pillars of Nigeria. The second leg is coming up in Kumasi. That's in a fortnight time. I mean, what would you say to them?
Well, I think they did well in the first leg. 2 goals is gold, and that they have to hold it well. I think they have everything in their hands to qualify to the next level. I mean, if we have to do the calculation, 1 goal will be a good draw, would not favor them. And so they need to look at it from that perspective. But I believe that they have a bigger chance to qualify than Kano Pillars, and I wish them well.
And one of the players you used during your time, especially in the Confederation Cup and also the special competition, Fatao, who at the point received the call-up to the Black Stars, unfortunately he was dropped. Now he has still a loan move to a second-tier side in Sweden. I mean, he's going to be there for 4 months. What would you say about his move as well?
Well, I think he did well in both the league and then the Confederation Cup, and I think that is my opinion. He deserves better. Having said that, this is what he's got, and he's got a good manager in the name of Chipsa, and so I'm sure he knows what he's doing, and they will know. But I wish him all the best, and I think he's in the way of going up, climbing up to become a bigger player, a better player, and I wish him all the best.
Now, away from Asante Kotoko, we have to focus on CK Akonnor. I mean, what is it that you would want to do, and where you're looking at at the moment?
Well, I want to again further my education in terms of attachment and all that. But in Europe the league just started. Some have not started. I'm looking forward to go to England again, of course Germany, and maybe Spain or Italy. And I've got one, and so I'm preparing towards the two, and then I have to look for how to finance it.
That's always been a problem.
It's been a problem, but I've managed always to do that, do that on my own, and
that's something we have to even talk about. I mean, you always go for attachments with the help of no one. You finance everything yourself. How many coaches we have in this country that will do this? But you always go out there and you put so much into it.
Well, I do what we call susu. But this time around it will be a bit difficult because of one or two things. But I will go. You see, it's again how you think, what you want to do. I've always said, and I've never hidden from that I want to do this to the highest level. And so it means that I have to educate myself. I don't have to wait for anybody, to do that. And sometimes doing that, the last one I went were Germany, London, and then Scotland. I spent a lot of money, and it wasn't that easy. You can just look at it from the angle where you go to a hotel, you stay there for a week, and if it's £100 a night, talk of your food and all that, so it drains me a lot, but I will do it because I want to do this to the highest level, and hopefully it will yield into a good result. I have done that, and I've seen the results. The fact that I was able to go to Ash Gold and bring them up, Asante Kotoko, has all been in a very positive way. And today I'm the coach of the year. It's all sacrifice that I've done.
So a reminder, you're still with us on Pulse Sports with me, Benedict Owusu, and then coach of the year. He won the coach of the year at this year's Ghana Football Awards. That's Coach CK Akonnor, former coach of Asante Kotoko, former coach of Ashanti Gold, former coach of Indiana Stars, of Dreams FC, and then he was also coach at Accra Hearts of Oak and had a stint with the under-20 team as well. We've been following him, and of course we all are witnesses to what he's done here on the local scene. And the interview is coming to you from Alisa Hotel, where on weekends you can come here and watch the English Premier League games. You have amazing packages. You get to get some cool food to eat as well as drinks here at the Alisa Hotel. And that's where we're having an interview with Coach CK Akonnor. Coach, we'll wrap up soon, but I mean, we are talking about future and what you want to do. You've mentioned that you want to go on attachment and, build your capacity to get to the highest level, because this is what you want to do. And since you started after your football career, we've seen the progress that you've made from 11-wise, from other clubs to Asante Kotoko, what you last did, and now coach of the year. We've not heard much about you in terms of the national side. The last time we saw you at the national team was at the under-20. I think you were the assistant coach then. Yeah. I mean, in terms of that direction, with everything that's been going on, our football not back, normalization committee trying to get football back in the country, I don't know what you say about that.
Well, I wish that I'll get opportunity, and they will give me opportunity to have that. Because I have that at the back of my mind. It's also part of the progress. Once I want to coach to the highest level. I've had a chance of being assistant to Frimpong Manso with the under-17s, as the under-20 as well. And then I've had the chance of Hearts of Oak, 11, and then Right to Dream Academy, and of course Ash Gold, and then Kotoko. So I have served in that manner, and I think what is next is that I've coached a lot of teams in this country, and I think that should be it. And so It's either you get a chance within the national call-up or whatever, or you look forward to go abroad and expand yourself as a coach in a sense of club level and all. But what is important is that I know what I want, and because I know what I want, I always look back from where I started. And sometimes you look at yourself and you might think, oh, you've not done anything. But if you look back where you started from and where you are today, it gives you the belief that you've done something. And I did this by the help of God first, and of course the people around me. I've got good people around me who look at me and tell me the truth. When I'm wrong, they will tell me I'm wrong, and I like people like that because I will do the same. I don't shy away from speaking my mind or telling what I believe is it. But I am a good listener. I'm a good listener, and so I listen to a lot of people. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who's a coach or a footballer or whatever. It could be the normal person, a normal supporter who has been following football for quite some time. He has knowledge about it, and so when he speaks, I listen to it. And I mean, at the end of the day, today we sit here and we talk about me being a coach of the year. It's all because all this sacrifice was involved. I have been a good listener and all those, and I try to push forward. I try to encourage myself in that sense, and hopefully something positive, something good will come out.
If I understand what you're saying, I mean, you're always ready whenever you are called upon in any capacity at any national team, be it the Black Stars, the Under-20, the Under-17, to say.
Of course, I am. That is what I have decided to do. I could choose to do something else. But the moment I decided that, no, I could do this and I could do it and if I want to do it, I want to do it to the highest level. It implies that the names you are making mention of, they should be all part of it. And hopefully, for me, it's all about serving. You serve. I serve Asante Kotoko to the highest level, and that's it.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So that was CK Akonnor, Coach of the Year at this year's Ghana Football Awards. Former Asante Kotoko coach. The credentials are there. Former coach of Accra Artifolk, Dreams FC, Right to Dream, Ashanti Gold, and then the amazing job that he did with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That's how we end pause here today. The show came from the Alisa Hotel here in Accra, and as I mentioned earlier, here at the Alisa Hotel, every weekend you can pass through and enjoy the Premier League games as well as other games when the major European leagues starts. I mean, the Premier League is already in session, so the other major leagues, be it the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, and the French League,